Hi friends, what the heck is up? How the heck are you? It's been a minute. It has been a whole minute. I love English breakfast tea. Here's the thing. Clearly, I have not been posting videos on YouTube recently, but I want to get back into it. And I have some excuses. Not that I need to give excuses or explain myself, but I do kind of want to share what's going on and why I haven't been uploading. First and foremost, I haven't been reading all that much. I think I only read 4 or 5 books last month, and it's already halfway through the month of July, and I've only read 2 books. So I'm not reading a ton, so I don't have a ton to talk about, if I'm going to be so honest. Another reason is because of Love Island. My sister and bestie Emily convinced me to watch Love Island USA this season. Boy, was it a roller coaster. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I know people are saying that season 6, so the season before this one, was the best ever and this one wasn't as good, but I still really enjoyed. There was so much drama and it was just fun to watch. And then the finale was literally last night. Now I feel like I have headspace to exist in the real world again. But if you don't know, Love Island had a new episode come out every single day of the week except for Wednesday, and the episodes are an hour and a half long. So that basically ate up all of my reading time, and I was hardly reading because I was spending so much time watching Love Island. I don't regret anything, but I'm ready to get back on track. Another reason I haven't been making as much content lately is because I've been working more hours. My part-time job. Unfortunately, a girl needs money. So a girl has to work a job, you know? So I've been working more hours and it's just, I mean, it hasn't been bad by any means. I am not complaining. I just have less time, you know? And that's okay. I also feel like I kind of low-key just needed a break. I needed to step away a little bit. So this has been good. I guess kind of in line with that, I think I just needed a break. I was recently found out that I have this really fun, cool thing called OCD, and I am learning about it and about myself and working through some things. So that has been exhausting. If you have OCD or have anxiety or have gone through anything similar to doing ERP therapy, then you may know it is exhausting having to face all the things that you've been avoiding for so long, or I don't know, it just takes a lot of mental energy. Also, on a more positive note, I had Bestie Kennedy come visit for a weekend and it was so much fun. We read so much. We went to bookstores, we went to In-N-Out, we went to coffee shops, we got bagels a lot. We love a bagel. We cuddled with the puppies so much. It was honestly one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. So, had so much fun. My husband and I made matching, I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it says book club. And so made one for me, made one for Kennedy, and it was just really cute and really fun. I've also been trying to craft more. I have a lot of hobbies. I'm a hobby girl, but lately I've been having a hard time justifying spending time doing my hobbies because it's not productive. It's not me working on this channel and it's not me like working my part-time job. So I have a hard time justifying it, but I'm trying to get better about it and setting aside intentional time every week to know that just like this, I have scheduled in time for me to work my hobbies, you know? So one of them is quilting and just like sewing in general. So I made a book sleeve and I'm obsessed with it. So it's kind of hard to tell, but there is the letter B on the front, obviously for my first name. And then there's a little pocket here. So my goal is to take this when I go to a coffee shop, or I really want to try to intentionally leave the house to read in places outside of the house, all a part of my OCD and agoraphobia. So all good things. And I get to use this, which would be very exciting. So I can put like annotating supplies in here, pen, pencil, highlighters, what are those called? Sticky notes, all the things in here. And then there's a little bow on top to keep it secure. And then obviously you just put your book back here. So I'm currently reading Siege and Storm, but I'm just obsessed. I love this little book sleeve. I feel like it's grandma coded. It's like grandma core, but cute grandma core. Hopefully. I don't know. And I'm just really excited to take this out and get outside my comfort zone and do things. That is the theme of the rest of this year is do things. So the point of this vlog, the point of this video is I want to, number one, get back into reading and put time towards reading again every day. So I'm going to track how many pages I read every single day this week, which is so fun. I love watching videos of other people do this. I also want to push myself outside of my comfort zone this week and hopefully go to a coffee shop and read. My goal is to go one time this week to a coffee shop and read, and I think we can do it. So hopefully filming this week will help me stay accountable with that. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things, you know, trying to do things that fill my cup. So here we are. That was the longest intro known to man. If you made it this far into the video already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future bookish videos. Let me know down below if there's any specific content you want to see from me. I have heard journaling content is very, I was gonna say popular, but I don't know. People have told me they like my journaling content. So if you want more journal content, definitely comment down below. But I do want to talk about the novel that I'm reading right now. So I am reading book number 2 in the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I'm like halfway through-ish, a little less than halfway. I'm really enjoying it. I have been in such a YA fantasy mood. I'm in such a fantasy mood, just point blank period. So this is like hitting the spot, truly. It's very fast paced and I'm really enjoying it. So this is what we're starting with. Today is Monday. It's already 4 o'clock. I have done a bunch of work today already and I am starting on page 200. So we'll see what page we end today. Let's go ahead and get into reading. Please ignore everything that's going on behind me and just pay attention to me for a moment. It is a couple days later, actually. So I started this on Monday. That's the last footage you saw. And I started reading on page 200 and I ended the night on 354. 154 pages. That's really good. I love that for me. However, Tuesday, I read 0 pages. And yesterday was Wednesday. I started on page 355 and I read to page like 440, I think. A little under 100 pages. Not bad. So now it is Thursday. If you are keeping up with me on TikTok, which if you're not, you totally should be, I'll have a link down below. I've been doing kind of a series, I guess, where I go to the thrift store every day until we find nightstands that I don't hate. And today was day number 5. I went to 2 different thrift stores today and I didn't find anything. But I did stop at Target on my way home and I wanted to share what I got. I don't think I needed any of these things, but that's the fun in it, right? First, the boring stuff. I got a hot dog buns because we have hot dogs and no buns. And then I saw these. These are iced double espresso, caramel flavored Starbucks Nespresso pods, but they're specifically crafted to like go over ice. So hopefully that means they're stronger. I don't know, but buying these from Target is so much cheaper than buying from the Nespresso website. And then the thing I needed probably the least, but I'm so excited about, is this Awala. Oh, this says it's an Awala free sip tumbler with travel grip. 30 ounces. I think it's really cute. I love the free sip. I definitely think that the Awalas are my favorite water bottles. There is a locking feature, so you can lock it and throw it in your bag. And then obviously it fits in a cup holder really well. So I'm very excited about this. Definitely did not need it. And my last and final purchase was a book. Obviously, I got Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. This is the book that my book club is going to be reading. This one is $30 and I got it for $20. So I saved so much money today, actually. I think those are all my updates. I started a new book last night. I think I read literally like 10 pages in it. So maybe I did read like 100 pages yesterday. I don't know if I'm vibing with it. I don't know if it's the vibe, but part of me wants to just finish it. But we'll talk about that later. I heated up some leftover spaghetti. So I'm gonna have this for lunch and then hopefully get into some reading. Not the best, but not horrible. Definitely better off just making your own, just buying some matcha powder on Amazon. Good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon. I wanted to give a quick update on what I read yesterday. Spoiler alert, wasn't very much. I started on page 17 and I read to page 46. So not a ton of reading. After some quick math, it was in fact 29 pages. Not horrible. Not very good. This is what I'm reading. So, Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. I have heard good things about this, but I just don't think I'm in the mood for it right now. I don't think it's the vibe. This is a dual timeline situation, so it goes from the present time to back in the past, and I just don't love that. I don't love it. It's also like slow so far. I mean, I'm only on page 46, so I am what I like to call soft DNFing this for right now. I just don't want to read it anymore this week, if I'm gonna be so honest. So instead, I am going to get back into an arc that I'm reading. It is called, sorry about that, there is a wasp in our house and I can't get it out. But anyway, back to the point. I instead today will be reading Reign of Glittering Flames. I've already read the beta version of this, so now I just am reading the arc, and it comes out on August 5th. It's so good. I rated the beta 5 stars, and I am sure that I will rate this one also 5 stars. Actually, plot twist, I'm reading it on my phone, so I think I'm gonna keep reading it on my phone. That kind of sounds fun, honestly. But the other thing I wanted to update you on was I did try the new Nespresso pots that I got at Target this morning, and it was pretty good. It definitely had that like fake artificial caramel flavor, which isn't horrible. I will definitely drink these, but it's not my favorite coffee I've ever had. So I guess keep that in mind. I think I'd rather just continue to get double espresso. I normally get the Scuro. I think is what it's called. I don't know. So I'll probably just continue to get that one and just put that over the ice. But yeah, that's my update. It is time to read. I also put a bunch of stickers on my water bottle and I love it. Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon, so actually, is it almost evening? It's 5 p.m. Also, it's Sunday. Let me bring you up to speed really quick. I think the last time we spoke to each other was Friday, and I ended up reading 55 pages on Friday. Very exciting. Not a ton, but you know, more than none. I ended up spending basically the entire night working on my reading journal. It's so outdated. It's not updated. I had to do May, June, July, and then I started August because I was in the groove of things, you know, so I figured I would take advantage of me wanting to work on the journal and get ahead for the next month. So glad that I did that. I still have some stuff I need to like print out, some covers of books that need to go in some of the yearly spreads. That was my Friday. And I'm gonna be so honest, I was up until 3 a.m. on Friday working on the journal. That's crazy. So I slept in on Saturday and I ended up doing like laundry or cleaning the kitchen, like doing around the house stuff. And I read a pretty good amount. I also worked on making a little like quilted pencil pouch. So that way I have a little pencil pouch to take some pens and pencils to when I go to the coffee shop or when I go somewhere and want to bring, you know, stationery. So I made that. We also went to the mall last night. I didn't get any footage because this is a reading vlog, but we went to the mall and we got dinner and we walked around and I tried on a dress at Abercrombie and I didn't buy it and now I can't stop thinking about it and I really want to go back and buy it, but it was really expensive. But I love it. So we'll see if that ends up in my possession. And I did end up reading 160 pages last night. Well, all day, yesterday and last night. And that felt great. I'm gonna be real. I got really sucked in to Reign of Glittering Flames. It literally just like sucked me right in. This sounds so dramatic, but it's so good. This is technically the second time that I'm reading this book, but also like kind of not, because I read the beta version and now this is the ARC version. I'm gonna plug it again. It comes out October 5th. I highly recommend. I'm about 54% of the way through now and I'm eating it up. I really struggle with talking about like plots of books without spoiling anything, and I don't want to spoil anything, but this is about our female main character who is half devil, ? And she basically, see, I'm telling you, I get so like, what do I say? Like, what's not spoiling it? If you've read anything from Carrie Maniscalco and liked Carrie Maniscalco, you would eat this book up. Like, this is so giving Kingdom of the Wicked vibes, but also Throne of the Fallen vibes. So this book is about devils and hell and witches, and I mean there's other creatures too, because obviously if there's devils and there's hell, there's got to be other things too. And it's about our main girl who like has always felt out of place in her family, and she basically goes on a hunt for her dad. She's looking for her dad, who is a devil. I think that's a pretty good like non-spoilery way. I swear I got to like, I think I got to like page 50, and all of a sudden it was the only thing I could think about again. And there are some differences of this one versus the beta, so the first time that I read this, and like it's been really fun to go back and find like the differences, or just as I'm reading being like, oh, last time this happened. So that's really cool. So I've been loving that. But this is the kind of story that will keep you up at night. I definitely stayed up way too late reading, and it's like constantly all of my waking hours are spent thinking about this book and thinking about, like, even though I know how it's going to end, I just like am thinking about the plot twist in this, and like I'm so excited to see it happen again. Yeah, I am about to pre-order it now, because you can pre-order it, like I said, comes out August 5th, but I'm going to pre-order it from it's like an Orlando bookstore called The New Romantics. Shout out to Orlando. Went to school there, used to live there. We love Orlando. And they have signed copies, and that also comes with some fun freebies. So I'm gonna do that. I can't wait to have this, like, a physical copy of this book. A physical copy of this book? That's crazy. When I read this book the first time, I gave it 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars. And somehow, I don't know how, I'm loving it even more this time. Like 6 stars. I've only rated 2 books this entire year 6 stars. And this is about to get a 6 star. I'm obsessed. The fact that I don't have a soulmate, that I can't do magic, and that I don't have a cat is crazy. I need all of those things. I am living vicariously through the FMC, but also there's a lot of things that she went through that I just like, I feel bad about. You know, I feel bad for her. She's been through a lot, but she is strong, she is resilient, she is funny. There's a lot of fun, like, banter. There's something in this book, this can't be a spoiler, but there's something in this book called, like, mind telling. So you can send a mind tell. So I think it's like if you've met someone, then you can just send them a mind tell, like speak to them in their mind. And there's something about being able to communicate like the FMC and MMC in their mind that just every time give me more, you know? I think that's it for my reading update right now. Obviously I'm loving it. I want to finish it this weekend, but it's already 5 p.m. on Sunday. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but go pre-order it. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, go pre-order it. You will not regret it.